Hello, everyone. How are you guys? It's Friday afternoon, and we are on our third stream for today, and we are going to talk finally about Mama June. For those of you that follow the channel that are huge Trainwreck fans or fans of Mama June, WeTV finally dropped the trailer for the new season of Mama June, From Not to Hot, and it appears as though the show is going to focus on the current family issues going on with Mama. Now, the trailer, which I can't show, it's 26 seconds. It was released by WeTV on YouTube. It is Honey Boo Boo eating a box of Cocoa Spheres, as you can see, with a Mama June prominently featured on the back of a carton, milk carton, saying missing. And the teaser says, "What happens when Mama comes home?" So there's her on the back. There's me superimposing Mama on top of it. So there was no footage shown at all for the trailer. Nothing, which I thought was weird. Like, nothing of the actual season was shown. It's supposed to come out in March without an official date given. It just says March 2020. I think they're saying it's going to be around March 6th or 5th from what I could tell from social media. But I find this oddly weird. It seems as though they're making a joke of what's been going on by Alana eating cereal with her mother on a missing carton and then talking about it as though it's like this lighthearted thing that June has just up and left her family. I know it's trying to be maybe ironic or silly, but I actually saw this and I was like, yuck. Is this really what we've stooped to? Like, what happens when Mama comes home on a missing carton? It's like they're making a mockery out of what she's going through, which affects millions of people around the country every single day as they battle different forms of addiction. And it's funny because we know in the real world that Cocoa Squares, thank you so much for your super chat, Katie. We know from social media that Mama has been MIA. As recently as a couple weeks ago, she posted on her social media talking about how she life is a struggle and how, she misses her family and that she doesn't talk to any of her family members, but she hopes to reconnect at some point. And then we found through going on to June's Facebook, her other social media present, that her mother was saying that June will not contact them, isn't returning their phone calls, won't let them know where she is. We know over the past few months she has been bopping around with Geno from hotel to hotel. We know that she has limited to no contact with her family. So my question is, if we know all of this, if we know the season actually ended and wrapped, I think like in December, because that's when they showed a photo and they started doing sort of the promotional videos and the photographer, like the photographs and everything for the show, as referenced on Pumpkin's social media, Alana's social media, as well as their manager, Gina. If we know that she's not coming home and she's not contacting them and the family has no contact with them, what in fact are we actually going to be watching with this show? And why is what June's going through a punchline? Thank you so much in chat for mentioning that it's becoming a punchline. It isn't a punchline at all. What she's going through affects millions of people every single day. What she's dealing with on a familial level is totally, so many families are going through this. And I know because so many people that are in recovery or dealing with addiction follow this, or have family members that follow this channel and share their stories with me every single day. And I know that it's a common side effect that they know happens when someone goes through bariatric surgery, that they can have what's called transfer addiction. So I'm wondering why this is cute. Am I thinking, yeah, the family could have said no, but they need money, absolutely. They could have said no to the show, but they actually need the money because what other source of income do these girls have? What education do these girls have? Alana's 15. She doesn't have a mom at home. Pumpkin is married with a 1-year-old. She's 19 or 20 years old. Normally I try to stay neutral about these kinds of things, but because this is something that is so personal to me, because it's something that my family deals with as well as so many others, I don't like things that are made jokes of like this. And I know that sometimes Honey Boo Boo is supposed to be goofy and funny, but what's going on with this family isn't cute, isn't funny, it's not okay. What June is dealing with is serious and could eventually be life-threatening. And she still has an ongoing court case in Alabama where she's facing felony charges. Same with Geno. She's sold all of her worldly possessions. She's completely broke. And then it's just like family crisis, WeTV. And this is my issue with these types of shows, because what happens is these families are made famous for basically being train wrecks, right? You know that Mama June is literally on TV to make a mockery of her, right? Why else would they have a show called From Not to Hot? It's to make fun of her. I think she understands that. And her wild antics have always been sort of for everyone else's fodder, for train wreck ability. We all watched it because of that. But it gets to a point where it's just like, these people are made famous because of these things when they probably shouldn't be made famous at all. And then they are pigeonholed into this world because after they're on reality TV, what else are they going to do? How else are they going to afford the lifestyle that they've grown accustomed to? Alana is 14 years old, a freshman in high school. She has been on TV since she has been a toddler. What else does she know? What is the long-term effects going to be on her, having all of this play out in real time for everyone to watch? An extremely vulnerable period for a family and for a woman. I can't get on board with this. I cannot get on board with the way that this is being sold. I can't get on board with the way that this is being portrayed as a joke. They could have used actual footage for the trailer, but instead it's like this cartoon caricature of what's happening. And WeTV doesn't always do this kind of stuff. Like, they have done trailers of marriage boot camps where they actually show like clips from the show. WeTV is kind of like where reality show rejects go to die, right? So if you've been kicked off of MTV and if you've been kicked off of TLC, you'll probably land at WeTV, right? Because they picked up Mama June after TLC got rid of her. And Marriage Boot Camp picks up all the rejects from all the reality shows that can't get work anymore, sadly. I mean, it's the truth. They do stuff specifically around reality stars that are having trouble getting work and how it affects their relationships. So I really don't like this at all. Yeah, and Lady Page said she's been so worried about her. And 14, Rhea DH says 14 is an extremely vulnerable age. 14 is the kind of age where you are forming some really big opinions, learning about life, learning about love. And I understand she's got to work, but why? Since when? Since when did kids become the person that takes care of the family? Since when? A child should not have to work to live. A child should not have to work to support their family. A family should be able to support themselves without the child working. And then if the child so as much wants to have some fun and act or dance, let them. But don't make it that your family business will revolve around your child, because here we are at age 14, now in a very dark period in their lives. I didn't think it could get worse after what happened where she was caught in bed with the guy that did that stuff to Anna. Like, gross. They should have never given her a show back. Now they've given her a show when she didn't deserve one. And now it's like, could it have gotten lower? Now we made fun of her for being overweight. Now we're going to make fun of her for having an addiction. It's not funny and it's not cute. And I'm disappointed. I don't know why I was expecting more from this, but I don't like this trailer at all. And I don't like the way that this is being portrayed. And I don't like the way that addiction is being portrayed here. And I don't think that's okay. So, yep, a child should just be a child. Yep. All of her, she's used her children for work, and now she's using them to work again. And I don't even know if I'm going to watch, honestly. Because we know the reality is that she's not talking to her family. What are we going to watch? Her family not talking to them? That's not funny. I don't know. Yeah, I'm worried about Alana. And I'm worried that Alana doesn't have enough support in her life. I'm worried that a 19-year-old sister is basically raising her now, which isn't, no 19-year-old should be tasked to raising a sister. It's a teaser trailer, but at the same time, it's just, a teaser trailer shouldn't be like this. It's not funny. The way that the trailer is looking, I can drop you a link to the trailer, but the way that the trailer is done, it's done to be funny, and this is not a funny topic. So that's my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. I try to stay neutral, but this is something I can't stay neutral about. So tell me what your thoughts are. Are you going to watch it? Or is it that we already know what's going on, so you don't need to watch it and you don't want to support it? What do you think? It's coming. We've got 2 months before it drops, or a month before it comes out. We already know Mama's not talking to her family. We know that she's broke. We know all of these things. Does it even bother? Does it matter that we watch? And does supporting her addiction help her? I don't think it does. Tell me what your thoughts are. Leave me some comments. Leave some love, whatever you feel like doing. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel over here. And make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys all for the super chats for this video. I'm going to be digging for some content for the next stream. You can expect probably 1 or 2 more streams for the remainder of the day. All right, thanks so much for joining me. This has been your update about Mama. Bye.